multiple classes are requiring applications that are due soon.
Also ahead, more on Mr. Reed.
But first, how to get into NHS.
Laker Update starts now.
Good morning, Lakers. It's Tuesday, December 18th.
And this is your Laker Update.
At the beginning of the year, many juniors and seniors joined the NHS. If you're still interested in possibly joining next year, reporter Lindsay Hazelton has more on what to expect.
Oh yeah, that's the teaser.
That's the intro.
As NHS is the nation's premier organization established to recognize outstanding high school students. Here at West Bloomfield High School, there are many students who achieved the high caliber required for NHS. This organization focuses on scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
To get into NHS, you have to have a certain GPA and a certain amount of community service hours, and you have to have a log of all of that, so they check off that you actually did all that stuff.
My advice to students who are hoping to join NHS is don't wait till the last minute to do your community service, because it's a lot of hours and it's very stressful if you try to save it all for the end.
Well, you can do tutoring or volunteering within the school district, so I've been volunteering at like the carnivals and stuff. You should start volunteering because that's not only good for NHS, but it's also good for you and the community. So yeah, get on that.
I think NHS is important because it gives a chance to give students power to create change that they hope to see. There's a mural at the front of the school that says, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," and I think NHS gives students a chance to do that.
This is Lindsay Hazelton reporting for Laker Update.
Mr. Reed came to West Bloomfield High School in the middle of last school year. If you haven't had the opportunity to meet him yet, he is starring in this week's teacher feature.
Mr. Reed has been teaching at WB for about a year now. He filled in for Mr. Johnson after he left. We went to ask him questions about how it's been teaching here at WB and the difficulty of teaching a class that has already been taught than a different teacher than himself.
How has my teaching experience been compared to other experiences over the last year? This has been a big change for me. Culturally, it's completely different than where I taught before. So it's been a little bit of an adjustment, but it's a good adjustment. It's one that I actually wanted for myself, and I'm super glad that I'm here. This is the best place I could have ever chosen to work. So I taught at Lapeer for a while, and then I went and taught at Maple Grove, which is the alternative school, where every kid I had parole officers. Don't do bad things. Which was absolutely terrifying. It was a different type of experience. It was rough. It was a lot of me acting like a prison guard most of the day. But at the end of the day, when you got through to like one kid, it felt really good. Yeah, essentially, yeah. So I mean, I was technically still their teacher, but at the end of the day, when they'd walk in, I'd have to crack their water bottles when they walk in. If they had anything unsealed, I had to dump it out. If they had to go to the bathroom, I had to go to the bathroom with them and basically not like stand in the stall with them. That's weird. But I would have to be in the bathroom and make sure that they weren't trying to smoke in the bathroom or do anything. I would have to stop fights constantly at school, break kids up, and there was no principal at the building or anything. So when I say it was just me, it was me and a parapro, and that's it for all of us. And then basically I'd give them rec time for 1 hour out of the day, and then they would have to go back and work in silence the rest of the day. It was a very strict environment. Yeah, it was rough. It's pretty difficult. It's not the easiest experience in the world because every kid is used to working with a specific teacher, right? And if there's anything we know about people in general, people hate change. And I think that was my hardest struggle, was coming here and realizing that I need to somehow make these kids like me when all they do is hate the fact that their teacher left them. So the first month here was kind of terrifying. Like every day I would come in and I'm like, okay, let's try and make these kids not dislike me today. How can I, is there anything I've learned here that I could use to help students at WB? Don't be entitled, right? If there's anything that I can express to anybody, you need to work for what you have, right? Don't just think you're gonna pass by and get through everything easily. You need to work for everything that you have. Right? I think that's basically it.
This year is quickly coming to an end. The music scene has been hot, and many of your favorites made the Billboard's top 10 list for music videos. Josh Kohea has more on this year's favorites.
This year has been a big year in music. Ariana Grande leads the female artist with her first #1 debut with Thank You Next, and broke the record for most views in 24 hours for the music video.
Drake leads the male artists with his hit single God's Plan, breaking the record for longest running #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. We also interviewed some students to see what their favorite music videos were this year.
Tequila by Dan and Shay, because it's kind of sad, but I just like the feeling you get watching it.
My favorite music video this year is probably Sicko Mode by Travis Scott and Drake. The video is very good, song goes hard, the beat was nice.
Let's take a look at the top music videos this year. Number 13, Good Form by Nicki Minaj. Number 12, Freaky Friday by Lil Dicky and Chris Brown. Number 11, God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. Number 10, Fifi by 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj.
You got the right one.
So my favorite music video this year was probably like Boot Up by Mia, I think, and it was probably my favorite because it wasn't too raunchy and it wasn't inappropriate and everything, and it was just, it gave me like a good summer vibe to just look at it and listen to the music, so yeah.
Number 9, Boot Up by LMA. Number 8, No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. Number 7, Girls Like You by Maroon 5 featuring Cardi B. Number 5, I Like It by Cardi B. Number 4, This Is America by Childish Gambino. Number 3, Meant to Be by BB Rexha.
My favorite music video was Thank You Next by Ariana Grande, because I like how she put movie scenes in it, and yeah.
My favorite video this year was Ariana Grande, Thank You Next, because it was just like a story.
It was creative.
I liked it a lot.
It was different, you know? Well, I liked that video because I thought it was creative and I thought it was, different, and after all that happened to her, I thought it was sweet.
Yeah.
Number 2, Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. And number 1, God's Plan by Drake.
Spectrum, the school news magazine, will be on sale for the first time